Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Tasha. I'm going to give some overview for this issue. Firstly, this H1N1 virus is one of the examples for biological hazard. Biological hazard is the biological substance that pose a health risk to human or animal. Pathogenic bacteria, virus, poisons, spore, and fungus are examples of biological substance. Biohazard can occur in any setting. Other than biological hazard, also harmful to the health of living beings, particularly humans. Next, for H1N1 virus is the swine flu that highly contagious viral virus that affect from the pigs, coughing, sneezing, nasal discharge, increased rectal temperature, breathing problem, and a decreased appetite are all symptoms of swine influenza virus. Then, according to three articles that we had found in the year of 2009, the most of the country has been affected by the influenza A or H1N1 virus. In this case, most countries decided to close every school in their country because the H1N1 virus is spread and there are students who are already infected with the virus. Next, the World Health Organization declared it a global pandemic due to the H1N1 virus that had been spread across the globe and affecting the young and healthy rather than those usually most at risk, the elderly and infirm. That's all. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Tanya Afrina. So based on the article we have researched, influenza H1N1 pandemic has caused all schools in Hong Kong and Sabah to close. This is because in Hong Kong, they have identified the first local novel H1N1 case cluster in school, while in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah has been ordered to close for 7 days because 7 of 8 students were test positive for influenza H1N1 virus. They need to close all schools in Hong Kong and Sabah because this influenza H1N1 is so dangerous and easily infects others. H1N1 or swine flu is usually caused by a strain of influenza virus that only infect pigs. Swine flu will be affected from person to person, not animal to person. Swine flu is very contagious. This virus was called H1N1 flu because it showed two major surface antigens, namely H1 hemagglutinin type and N1 neuraminidase type 1. The disease is spread through saliva and mucous particles. People will get affected by, firstly, sneezing and coughing. The H1N1 can be survived within 1 or 2 weeks in surviving swine species. Those workers who always manage or work near to pig farms are more likely to cause the virus to spread through the air by a simple sneeze that will cause billions of germs to spread to all humans. It is easily transmitted through saliva and mucus released when sneezing and coughing. Secondly, weather difference factors. This virus was part of seasonal influenza. Usually, this disease occurs during the cold season such as the United States. There are varying seasons of influenza transmission with high levels of transmission that often occur in the winter, in contrast to tropical regions such as Malaysia, where there is no specific influenza season. Lastly, touching a germ-covered surface, after that touching their nose or eyes. This virus can linger on tables and surface areas like doorknob. Results show that influenza A H1N1 virus particles remain infectious for 48 hours on a wooden surface, while for 24 hours on stainless steel and plastic surface, and for 8 hours on a closed surface. Because of that, good hand hygiene and regular disinfection of commonly touched surface should be practiced during the influenza season to help reduce transmission. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I am Siti Nazira and I would like to talk about a possible route of entry of virus H1N1. In the spring of 2019, the H1N1 virus initially appeared. A virus that known as H1N1 was founded by a scientist. The virus is made up of virus that originated in pigs, birds, and humans. During the 2019 until 2010 flu season, H1N1 caused swine flu and respiratory infections. The World Organization WHO proclaimed the H1N1 induced a global pandemic after too many individuals were ill that year. The WHO declared the outbreak over in August 2010. Scientists have changed the name virus since then. H1N1V is the current name for the H1N1 virus. V stands for variations, and it indicates that the virus found in animals, not in humans. H1N1 is a swine flu or disease transmitted through the respiratory tract because by the influenza A virus. Temperate regions such as the United States have varying seasons of transmission. Influenza transmission occurs with a high level of transmission, especially in the cold season because it is a part of seasonal influenza. However, in a tropical region such as Malaysia, there is no regular seasons of transmission when it occurs throughout the year. The H1N1 virus is only able to survive in a pig species that are still alive for about 1 to 2 weeks. The individuals who manage and work on pig farms in particular are more likely to cause the infection to spread. Population of pig infected with human influenza can also cause the virus through the process of mutation into the H1N1 virus. Okay, so next we move to effects to human health. The virus is infectious and can be passed from one person to another. Fever, cough, sore throat, body pain, headache, chills, and weakness are among symptoms of swine flu in people, which are similar to those of typical human flu. Chronic lung disease, heart disease, and blood abnormalities are examples that affect human health. This includes anyone who has a compromised immune system as a result of sickness. H1N1 influenza is a subtype of the influenza A virus, which is a contagious virus that causes upper and lower respiratory tract infections in its host.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Najwa Akila binti Kamarudin, and today I want to presenting my power, which is FAB to support. Recommendation applies to both the public and the private institution that provide grade K-12. Separate publication offer guidance for child care setting and institution of higher education. This recommendation reflect that CDC current thinking on the subject. It does not establish or confer any right on anybody. Okay, nor does it bind the public. Okay, the CDC may suggest extra measure to protect the children and adults from the effect of flu. This measure, with the exception of school dismissals, have not been empirically evaluated. Okay, however, the CDC would like the committee to have access to technology that may be the best fit fit for their neighborhood. Okay, people infected with a seasonal or 2009 H1N1 flu virus may be able to infect others from 1 day before being ill to 5 to 7 days after becoming ill. Okay, this period may be extended in certain people, particularly youngsters, and those with compromised immune system.
Control measure. The way to overcome the problem experienced by all the articles below is make more frequent screening tests for the staff of the company or for those are suspected and provide antiviral drug, also vaccine. And last one, for those who have problem mental health can get construct from provider that government given. Section for our issue is Act 947, Animal Act 1953. Okay, the purpose of the act is to control the import and export of animal and bird to prevent the spreading of disease, to prevent cruelty to animal, to control the movement or solidity of livestock, and to conserve and improve the general welfare of animals, and 14th Law of Malaysia Act 947. Here they explain that the role of animal import to the Malaysia.